SoCali Wrestling. Today we have one of the greatest Boricua luchadores que está ahorita, Mr. 450. How you doing, Mr. 450?
I'm doing great, man. California's awesome. The Six Coast Wrestling was awesome. We're over here already tearing down. The event that was tidal wave, man, I barely got any rest. I went from the airport to the gym, from the gym to here to teach like a 2.5-hour seminar. And then wrestle 2 matches, so man, and I still feel amazing. I love it here. Fans are awesome, and can't wait to come back in November.
So, I kind of see your tattoos. Like, I understand probably what inspired you would be Ultimate Warrior.
Yep.
Is he one of the luchadores and inspired you?
He's one of my favorite wrestlers, and I always thought that the fact that he always said "always believe" really stuck in my mind, and. Just the fact that how he carried himself, and when I was a little kid, I was a huge fan, and then as I grew older, I became a huge fan of the person that he was, just how inspiring he was and how motivated he was to try to change people's lives, and he had a whole different perspective, and the fact that he always said always believe, that's always stuck in my mind to this day. So that's why I got the tattoo. It means a lot to me. And Ultimate Warrior, man. Sad that he's gone, and it sucks. And I wish I could have met him, and just super inspiring, and that's why I carry that in my skin.
And then your gimmick right now, it's kind of mixed with Dragon Ball Z, and then Mad Max. So why do you want that, combine all those two things into that wrestler, Mr. 450?
Well, originally it was like a lot of trial and error. I see this a lot in interviews. I started with the completely Super Saiyan stuff, and at first it was kind of goofy, because a lot of people take it as a joke. Because if you think about it, Dragon Ball Z is a funny anime from Japan. People saw it as a joke when I first started doing it. But little by little, as I kept evolving the character and changing things here and there, people started getting behind it, and I think that now it's like a thing on my own, where I have a little bit of Dragon Ball Z base mixed with a little bit of Mad Max, and a little bit of myself. So I wanted to do something that was different that nobody else was doing, and I think I've done that. I actually have a lot of people that copy me in a lot of companies. I don't want to say names. I'm not that type of person, but it's kind of crazy to see that at first this was a joke, but now people are copying my look. And it's kind of cool, it's cool and crazy, but it's something that came from my brain, and it's awesome. And I think it's cool and it's different, and people really like it.
So how long and when did you wrestle? When did you start your first training in wrestling?
My first, I started wrestling training at the age of 15 in Puerto Rico, under the Invader number 3, Johnny Rivera. He was Invader number 2 in WWF. He wrestled in Japan, he wrestled in Mexico, he wrestled with Great Muda, he wrestled Tiger Mask, he wrestled Macho Man, he wrestled the best of the best of the best, and I always was really inspired by his work, and just the fact that I was able to train with him was even more awesome. I started with him at the age of 15. He beat us up a lot, but he taught us the right way, and he taught us to respect the business and respect yourself as well, and know what you're worth. And I'm really happy that he was the guy that brought me into the business and taught me the way.
So recently you worked with WWC.
Yep.
Which is a major company in Puerto Rico, and we have the likes Bruce Brody, the Ric Flair, Piero.
Right.
And working for that company, how do you feel?
Well, I started in WWC when I was about 16, 17 years old. So I started really, really early in my career there. And that's at the time they were doing shows Thursdays to Sundays. And we were getting a lot of work. And for a 16-year-old kid, that's a lot. So I was working consistently, wrestling every week, wrestling guys that are twice my age, and I'm learning from all these people that have been around. So the fact that I started there, and after I went to the States and I moved to the States, and I went back to Puerto Rico and I continued to work for them is awesome. I won the Universal Championship last year, and I became the longest reigning Universal Champion in the history of the new generation of wrestlers, because the longest champion was Carlos Colon, and for them to just trust me and like have me be the face of the company was something amazing for almost a year, you know. So I was really, really, really happy. I'm still really happy. I still represent WWC in Puerto Rico. I'm actually going there in September. I always go there. It's my home, you know. I love it. I love the fact that I still am able to keep that connection, because it means a lot to me. Puerto Rico means a lot to me, especially WWC.
And then, was it a couple weeks now you wrestled with Ricochet in Chile?
Yep.
Was that your first time wrestling in Chile?
It was my first time wrestling in Chile, yes.
And then first time wrestling Ricochet, or was that multiple times you had wrestling?
I believe that was our third time wrestling, but the very first time that we wrestled a singles match. Because we had wrestled, I think when he was Helios. And Lindsay was in that match too, and I believe Jigsaw, like a long time ago. Mustafa Ali was in that match. We were all skinny, it had to have been over 10 years ago. And then we had a match, I believe, in 2013 for Resistance Pro. Myself, Ricochet, and Matt Cross. Amazing match. And fast forward to 2016, in front of 7,000 people in Santiago, Chile, in a submission match. Me and him had never been in a submission match. So they put us in a really different and curious position. But we knocked it out of the park. We had one of the best matches, I believe, of 2016. And nothing but respect for Ricochet, man. He's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. And it was an amazing match that I'm really proud of.
And with that same card in Chile, you had the Hardy Boys, the Young Bucks, another around the indie and professional wrestling, and then being one of them wrestling with Ricochet with like a 5-star match, because I heard it not only on social media, YouTube, Facebook, all around the world. That kind of gives you, hey, at least I'm doing something right.
Of course, it feels awesome, and that week was nuts, because that was Sunday in Chile, then Wednesday I wrestled Luis Dorado in Puerto Rico for this small company called 100% Lucha, which is kind of like Puerto Rico's version of Ring of Honor. And I wrestled Luis Dorado. It was, again, a 5-star match, amazing talent. I'm really proud that I got to wrestle him. And then fast forward to that same week on Saturday, I wrestled Juventud Guerrera. So, like, man, it was one of the best weeks of my life. I got to wrestle 3 of the best wrestlers in the world. One of them who's a freaking legend that's been everywhere, who's always inspired me in that cruiserweight style. And it was an honor just wrestling them. And not only that, beating them, you know, like, it's crazy. So, like, man, it feels amazing, and I'm just nothing but blessed, and I feel really lucky to be in the position I am right now.
And then you mentioned something, keyword, it was cruiserweight. Were you supposed to be at the cruiserweight tournament, or the Cruiserweight Classic, I say?
I was called from WWE as an alternate. I was there doing my job as an alternate. I am currently with them as an alternate. So if anything happens, I will be there. You know, that's all I can say right now about it. I love the experience, man. It was awesome just being there and just seeing my friends, you know, too, like be able to be there. Like Luis Dorado, I know how hard he's worked. Richard Swan, Mustafa Ali, these are guys that I've known for years, and just seeing them like do their thing, man, like it almost brings you to tears, because it's like, you know how hard they worked, and I can't wait to be there with them and do the same thing and have amazing matches together. So I'm really excited for what's to come in the future. There's a lot of things, obviously, I can't say, but I'm very, very excited for what's to come in the future. And, super pumped up about the Cruiserweight Classic, man. It's amazing, you know, some of the best talents in the world. So, I mean, you can't say anything bad about it. It's amazing. It's changing the game.
All right, Mr. 450, I gotta cut this short because I know you have a busy schedule. Hopefully, when you come back here in PCW in November, we can have a part 2. We have more discussions, more things I will like to discuss about, like the NXT experience, which is my first time seeing you. I know it's like, who's this guy with that Dragon Ball Z character? It's like, is he trying to be Vegeta?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. 450, for coming in SoCali Wrestling, and hopefully we get you for part 2.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me here. Good night.